Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit more about a release from North Star Spirits. I have talked about these before. You will find a couple of these ramblings already on North Star Spirit releases, but I'm quite fond of them. And I recently hosted an online tasting, a masterclass. I do that on a monthly basis. It's called Whiskey in Quarantine. It's on Facebook. I stream it on Facebook. And recently, the end of April, I did this masterclass with these bottles from North Star Spirits. And at the end, I asked the people who tasted to vote. And this one, the Chaos, came out on top. So that's the one I would like to talk to you about today. Now, Chaos may seem a bit weird for a name for a whiskey, but remember, North Star Spirits has already released the Spica, the Sirius, the Vega. All of them are inspired by the sky, by the heavens, by the galaxy. So Chaos is actually aptly named, as it was the first created being. This was what happened before the galaxies were created, if you know what I mean. So a lot of blah blah just to say that this is a aptly named whiskey. It is bottled at 50% ABV, and it is in fact, as you can see on the label, an Ila single malt. What's inside is actually a vatting of 3 casks, which ended up yielding 1,200 bottles of this Chaos Ila single malt at 50%. And what's inside is 3 casks of Caol Ila. Ian used 2 casks of Caol Ila 2010 Pedro Jimenez hogsheads, and then 1 refill hogshead from 2009. As it was released in 2020, that basically makes this a 10 years old, but there is no age statement on the bottle here, so it clearly states only Chaos Ila single malt, 50% ABV. And that's the one I would like to try today. Got this beautiful amber color, dark golden to amber, and that's of course the PX hoggies in the mix that create this color. Sticks to the glass, that's good. Full-bodied malt, an Ila single malt, actually Caol Ila at 50% ABV. The Chaos on the nose. Well, actually it's a beautifully subtle nose, but the typical character of Caol Ila is definitely there. I get some seashells, shells on the beach. I get some pebbles, citrus fruit with oyster sap, a bit of stockfish. So the typical maritime DNA of Caol Ila shines through. But in this case, it is beautifully wrapped in these warm notes of sweetness. Some dark fruit there, some caramel. It's also herbal and a bit medicinal. I get some bacon on the barbecue. But on the other hand, I get some mango and some blood oranges, some dark chocolate and hazelnuts. There's a lot going on here. It's very fresh and vibrant with a dark, sweet layer. But on the nose, the maritime character of Caol Ila is the dominating force here. On the palate. Mouth coating, good body, great strength. It's a good continuation of the nose, but in this case there is this huge dollop of brackish water that was added, it seems. But again, peat, lemon juice, let me put it that way, some smoked salmon even. This is good, some olive oil, but on the other hand, also some dried apricots, some nuts, some raisins. It's salt versus sweet, and while on the nose, the maritime character dominated, on the palate, I have to say, the sweet notes are those that run away with your attention. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, on the finish. That finish is medium long, but with a good smokiness. And towards the end, I get this tiny bitter note that more or less dries the mouth. Not parched, but it dries the mouth a bit. But it is very satisfying indeed. Ah, Caol Ila, how I love you. If I wasn't the Toshan man, I'd probably be the Caol Ila kid. I've had about 80 Caol Ila so far, and they've all been good, very good to excellent. I've yet to come across a Caol Ila that disappoints, but in the excellent category, I'll gladly add this one. This is actually quite excellent, very satisfying, and the best of 2 worlds. You get the bourbon hoggy, you get the PX hoggy, you get the maritime DNA of Caol Ila. Ah, what's not to like? There is a second batch already as well, This is the first batch. It says here batch number 1. The second batch is also 3 casks of Caol Ila, but a slightly different composition. Like I said, this one is 2 PX hoggies and 1 refill hoggie. Batch number 1. You can buy this for around 65 euros. What's not to like? So yeah, Ian, hats off, sir. Kudos to you for putting out this Islay single malt chaos. But it is an excellent Caol Ila. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling. And I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.